So to close out the week, there was an absolutely insane report that dropped. One that was so out there, people looked at it and said, is that even possible? And this has to do with GameStop. Now, GameStop, of course, was in the news a while ago now for the whole the meme stock situation where the stock was pumping like crazy, and there have been entire movies and stuff made on that. But then even after all of that happened, years later, it sort of happened again. And GameStop did what you would expect a company not participating in the pumping of the stock to do, and they actually cashed in themselves. And with that, they've been saying they were going to make some mergers and acquisitions. They had some plans. Well, I did not expect eBay to come up as a potential acquisition target because I myself am wondering how that would even happen, but they seem serious. So let's take a look today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. So this we can see. This is over on Fortune, and the story is coming out of Wall Street Journal, and then Reuters also had an entire report on this, saying that GameStop, led by e-commerce entrepreneur Ryan Cohen, has been building a position in the online auctioneer and plans to make an offer for the business this month. That being eBay, after the story broke from Wall Street Journal that GameStop is preparing a bid for the company. Now we have over here on Yahoo Finance, again quoting Reuters here, saying that GameStop is preparing an offer for eBay as CEO Ryan Cohen pursues plans to boost struggling video game retailers' market value more than tenfold. So if you look at the valuations of either company, GameStop, as I see here, with a market value of about 12 billion, much less than the market capitalization of eBay, which is 46 billion. So you have a company that is almost a quarter of the size, just about, of the other one, and the smaller company is attempting to make an offer for the one four times its size. And I think that's the thing that really struck people immediately when this broke. It's like, how can GameStop even do that? Well, the thing with GameStop, I will give them credit here again. While the people who wanted the stock, of course, to pump and go crazy and shoot past the moon, were not happy about it. GameStop, at that time when the stock was going crazy, they did dilute their overall shares. They issued a ton of them and made a bunch of money from it. So much so that right now they have like $9 billion in cash just hanging around. And I think people, when they hear that, are a bit surprised to hear that GameStop actually has like a fair amount of money right now in the bank to make moves. The problem here, obviously, that's not enough for eBay. So I think that's why people are like, oh, this is just maybe this is just like not a fake offer, but it'd be nice to do this kind of offer because yeah, their stocks like just exploded upwards. GameStop jumped, I mean, with during the day and then after hours, more than 10%, almost 10.5%. eBay, by the way, I mean, after hours went up almost 12%. And that's a lot. Again, we just talked about the valuation of eBay, $46 billion. 12% is quite a bit of money then when you realize, oh, wow, yeah, that's a big company getting even bigger because I guess shareholders are excited at the prospect of GameStop buying eBay. And I'm still trying to like figure out how that would, not only the logistics of even making that happen. It's kind of like I would expect it to be the opposite. eBay wants a foothold somewhat in the physical space, and that, like, for physical markets, they go, oh, look, GameStop has a bunch of stores that, while they're known for video games, also have collectibles and other things in their store. You know what? We'll make a move on that. We'll go ahead and acquire them because we are the much larger company. But instead, it's GameStop going, no, no, we want eBay because they want to go to more of the digital e-commerce side as opposed to just being like a brick and mortar store, most known for video games. But if you've gone into a GameStop anytime recently, I mean, I was in one the other day, they had tables out because I guess people are playing cards there, and half the store are statues, shirts, and a lot of leaning into the TCG, like trading card stuff. So it's yes, sure, it says GameStop, it says games on the door, but it's like half games at best right now. So, with that in mind, how would how would GameStop even make this work? Because while I thought it was kind of oh, they're just doing that to be like, hey guys, wouldn't this will be great? You should buy our stock. I mean, it says here GameStop has been quietly building a stake in eBay shares ahead of a potential offer. As according to the report, citing people familiar with the matter, as in, yes, they are, they have just started to buy out parts of eBay in terms of just shares, just kind of building a stake. So let's say GameStop wants to have an 11% or 12% stake in eBay. They could definitely do that. They have the money to do that. But I think they want to have like controlling shares of it to the point where, yeah, they can use eBay, of course, with GameStop and create some larger company that I guess would be better. That's the other thing. So here's I'm not like the financial expert when it comes to, like, I'm not out here at Wall Street Journal writing this stuff up or anything, but the way it technically could work is if there's an offer, they have financing with the money they already have, and then you can draw it up to get more like financing enough to buy eBay by showing that you can use eBay's revenue to pay down the loan or the amount that you're financing. Like, they can get backing, I'm sure, because they do also have the 9 billion or so dollars just sitting around. So they have some collateral. It's just I don't even know what eBay would sell for necessarily. And I think that's the other part is we're looking at their market cap right now as, oh, it's this, and not necessarily. So that's the other thing. It's like how much money would they have to like round up to make this sort of move? So they can also kind of work to convince, because a lot of this comes down to, oh, we're going to pay this much per share. If it's not going to be that much more than what's already out there, technically they can attempt to convince shareholders, people who have large stakes in games or in eBay. GameStop people would be thrilled, right? Oh, great. They should definitely do this. But for eBay to say, hey, we believe that if GameStop buys, or we'll say merges, that might be a better word to use, merges with eBay and GameStop together, it would be better than what eBay is now. And I don't necessarily know if that's the case, because I still see the weak link then as the brick and mortar stores. So that I know, look, trust me, I like going to the store and getting a physical copy of a video game still. I'm older. It's nice to go out and do that. I'm not just buying all the digital stuff. But when I go out there, I'm just kind of reminded of, man, this is this is not long for this world right now. It's obviously on its way out, and it's GameStop is trying desperately to move into more and more of a digital presence for selling games and collectibles and even taking trade-ins and stuff, sure. But do they want to spend the next 10 to 15 years attempting to do that? Or do they just want to make a massive swing right now, somehow convince people that this would be a better move for eBay as well, and just immediately become, I mean, Amazon's out there, yes, I know, but one of the biggest online, like, just or online shops or e-commerce. I mean, sure, it's auctions and buy it now, but like so many people use eBay, especially for the retro game side and collectibles. Like that's almost the go-to for a lot of us. And then here comes GameStop just kind of rolling in. It's like, all right, could put the banner up on the door now. This is GameStop X eBay or cross eBay or whatever. And that's the other thing. What name do you use? Does it all kind of stay and look the same? There's a lot of questions here, but for now, they just need to figure out how they would even be able to buy or merge with eBay. I mean, as pointed out here over on Finance Yahoo, eBay, their shares have just risen 19% like so far this year. And again, if you look around, more and more people are just shopping online. And I think there was a lot of people kind of being trained during the pandemic and the stay-at-home orders and all that stuff, right? Where everyone's inside. Oh yeah, I was going to buy online. And then you kind of get used to it. And that's just what you've been doing still over the last several years now. And it's just, to me, it's GameStop's going in the opposite direction of eBay right now. So it's hard to square this entire idea so that it makes sense for eBay. But I mean, it's also hard to argue with the results that you're seeing from the stock market being excited around the prospect of GameStop and eBay merging, or GameStop maybe even floating an idea for them to take over eBay. It's interesting stuff. Kind of almost feels a little little desperate from GameStop's side, and apparently a lot of that does have to do with Ryan Cohen and some large bonus that he'd be given if he can get the company up to like $100 billion market cap. And you kind of go, oh, okay, well, that would make sense to try to make a big swing with eBay. But let me know what you guys think about this one down below. Is it something that you think could have, like, one day we wake up and it's like, yep, GameStop is offering this much. They found it has to be a seriously rich entity or person, some kind of capital to come in and front the rest of it, and it's going to be GameStop over eBay on the door from that point. I have a hard time believing it, but we'll see if they make their offer here in the next week or two, because GameStop seems to be quite aggressive with some of these moves, and they got some money in the bank. So if not eBay, seems like they're at least shopping around a bit. But let me know what you guys think about this one down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.